Please, just let me explain.
Next Wednesday.
Move in with me?
Nothing will ever.
What are we doing?
I don't like this.
Be the same.
This time, Andy, when I leave, I'm not coming back.
Tyler Perry's Sistas. All new episode next Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on BET.
All right, Sistas fans, we're talking the surprisingly short promo for next week's episode, Season 3, Episode 14, entitled One Word Answers. It was brought to my attention this promo was taken off of Twitter, and there's been no 30-second promo released on the Sistas or BET official social media. Basically, I believe the promo that was shown live after the show aired, I don't know because I didn't watch it live. But regardless, we are going to talk about this short promo as well as the end credit trailer from the end of the episode, Water Under the Bridge. But before going forward, over 70% of views come from non-subscribers, so go ahead and fix that by hitting subscribe. Also, hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media, and this goes to everybody. Links are in the description, and hit the bell icon, selecting all. That way you know when I post content to the channel. So let's jump into it, and pretty much picking up where we left off, Sabrina wants to leave the apartment immediately after seeing a naked Peggy and Calvin coming out of his bedroom. What was it? Peggy was in the fridge and Calvin just came out and said, uh-oh. So he's covering, his thing. And Sabrina wants to leave, but Calvin's like, wait, let me explain. And Maurice is like, how are you going to explain with your D out? So I want to watch the whole context of the episode once we get it, or maybe if there is an extended promo that I haven't seen yet, maybe it adds context. But I mean, you have Calvin, who's in season 4, by the way. He's the one who tells Sabrina, if you want to see somebody, let me know before you do it. And then he goes ahead and gets out of her bed, only for a few hours later to be in his apartment with another woman in his bed. Come on now. So, I mean, we know that eventually the girls are all going to go over to Sabrina's house and apartment, basically after the situation involving the bank robbery, but I'll save that for later. So, Zach is asking Fatima to move in with him, and she looks a bit taken aback by that, and hopefully she says no. Look, I know a lot of people want these two together, but I think this is moving a bit too fast. That's just my opinion. And Andy is telling Gary, and this is when she's at her apartment, I'm going to guess that perhaps the girls kind of do their own thing before going over to Sabrina's, but no, maybe they do rush over there, because they said, 6 o'clock, we all go over there. But I think it's still daytime when Andy is talking with Gary, or at least it's still light outside. I don't know. Maybe she stops by her place before going over. But she's telling Gary, any woman who brings another woman into your fiance's bed wants to have sex with you. And it's just so annoying. I hope these two are over and done with, but Gary is in season 4, because I'm just trying to, I've been over it. It's just the fact that Andy's trying so hard to hold on to something that isn't there. It's just stupid. I mean, as annoying as it was to have Maurice whining in the last episode the entire time, he literally came. It's funny how Maurice came to understand that he was trying to hold on to something or see something that wasn't really there. He knew he was a con man and everything, a hustler, but he just wanted to enjoy the moment. Andy's doing the same crap with Gary when you literally see him with another woman on top of you in your bed. And you're still trying to get it into his head. This is why it's wrong, Gary. But then he retorts saying, Andy, this time when I leave, I'm not coming back. That's a damn lie. Okay, so let's talk about Danny and Preston. So Preston, it looks like he's come back to Danny's place saying, I don't know what to say. But he says he came over to basically have sex. She's like, what now? But then we have something interesting. So Preston is asking Danny a bit kind of, annoyed, what are we doing? And then when we get to the next scene, when Danny says, I don't like this, we see Preston without a shirt on. So I feel like I wonder if this is that moment where Preston says, I want you to put your wop in my mouth or something like that. And then Danny looks shocked. I don't know if it's like an attitude change or because he's trying to act black. And then Danny's like, I don't like this. So I'm going to watch the scene play out. You know, I want to watch it play out because you all know how I feel about these two, especially after the Mignon and Trinity respective TV line articles about Danny and Preston. I'm not going to make judgment yet. I want to withhold judgment until I watch the entire episode. And then the final scene to talk about is the girls, you know, are hugging Sabrina because obviously she's still shaken up about the robbery, not to mention the Calvin situation, but more so the robbery. So Danny asked Andy if Zach and Fatima are together, and then Andy asked Karen if she's still feeling Zach like that. And my question is, I know a lot of people online on Wednesday night were like, I know Andy isn't going to tell Fatima's business with Zach, considering she doesn't say a thing about Karen to Fatima. How many times has Andy sat behind her desk or stood in front of Fatima's desk saying, I'm not going to betray my best friend, so I'm not going to tell you anything about Karen. Okay, that's fine. And I understand that Fatima is not Andy's bestie like Karen is, but then again, you could argue that Fatima and Andy have had more friendly scenes together than Karen and Andy have had throughout the duration of the first, 3 or 2.5 seasons of the show. It's just crazy to me because I know people are not going to like it if Andy is, you know, telling the business of Fatima and Zach, because I don't know if Fatima's still trying to get involved in the sisters group, but if Andy pretty much says, I mean, Fatima said that, you know, she's falling hard for Zach and it looks like, you know, they're getting together, despite the fact that Fatima told Karen the last time they spoke, you know, I'm trying to get over him, you know, it's a whole lot, and he never said anything to me about you. Basically, remember when she was just on that whole, look, Karen, I'm sorry, yada, yada, yada. So now the next time Fatima sees these girls is going to be like, wait, I thought you said you weren't into Zach, but then Andy said that you and Zach are really going strong. So Fatima is just better off in her own lane. Just don't worry. You know, you can interact with Andy at work, but then again, just be careful what you tell her about Zach, given the fact that she's just telling your business. Hopefully Andy doesn't say anything, but this is Andy we're talking about. She's all self-righteous and feels like, you know, she knows best from time to time when it comes to everybody else, but when it comes to her own life, you know, her own pots ain't clean in the kitchen. I don't know, I just kind of made that up. But regardless of one word answers, this looks like an interesting episode based off the promo. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon.